Hello everyone, my name is Bygl and welcome back to another episode here from the Let's Play series. I hope you are having a wonderful day today. So last episode was the world tour episode. We toured the entire world, we looked at all of our builds, and today we're gonna kick things back a little bit and we're gonna return to our usual stuff, like exploding giant holes using TNT. I wanna see this. Oh, didn't mean to fall. Nice. That was pretty good. That was 2 stacks of TNT right there. And basically most to all of our gunpowder storage that we had left ever since the mob farm broke. Oh man. That was pretty cool. So we're not exploding a giant hole for no reason, by the way. There is a reason to it. And I am going to explain. But man, that was pretty cool. I like that. There are a few spots that we missed here. For some reason these guys didn't get powered, but that is okay. We can just do that. Yep. Oh, there were 2 pieces there. So yeah, we will put a pretty awesome redstone contraption here today. At least we will attempt to put a cool redstone contraption here today, because I haven't really tested if it works or not, but I have this pretty cool idea for the Compendium Project, so we'll see how that turns out. And yeah, we are in the Compendium Project, by the way. Let me fly up so you can see. Yep, that is the entrance, that is the ender sorter, and here we actually have one of those holes from back in the day when we fought the charged creepers here, and that is where I decided to put this giant hole. So I will probably have to use Instamine to actually make this look polished and also to make it slightly larger, because I don't think this is actually enough space as of right now. Alright, we have a clean floor to work on, and I also lit up all of the cliffs around us, so there are no creepers falling on our heads, hopefully. Unless I missed a few spots. And we're gonna start constructing the thing now. So the idea is that when you have a Minecraft world and you have like a base of some sort, right? Well, usually stuff starts to look relatively bland. I'm not talking about like, you know, your build start looking bland or anything, but the surroundings start looking bland. There is no movement and no life. That is the problem. Unless you have, of course, mobs which also produce a lot of sound. So that is kind of annoying. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna breathe in some life into our base using redstone contraptions. And the idea is that this room here will be the heart of all the redstone contraptions that we will decide to put onto the surface. That is the idea. So I guess we can start constructing, right? It's gonna be kinda weird to explain this one, but I'm gonna do my best. So the concept is not too hard to understand. I just am afraid that I'm not gonna give a good explanation. So basically droppers are in and of itself random number generators, right? So if you put certain items into them, let's just put a bunch of junk just so we can see, and we flick the lever, you can see that this time we got the emerald. And when we flick it again, this time we got a stick. And if we flick it again, we once again got the emerald. And if we flick it again, we got the iron block. You get the idea, right? So we're gonna use this mechanic to make a random number generator. It's not really generating numbers, is it now? A random item generator, I guess that's what we can call it. So yeah, we can use this mechanic to randomly power stuff on the surface without ever actually seeing the engine. And it should be pretty cool, I hope. So let us begin. So yeah, even though this is not a very complicated redstone contraption, it is most definitely not a cheap one either. a decent amount of hoppers will go into this to transport all of the items. But this shouldn't actually really take too long, it's not complicated at all. So basically, what we're gonna have here is we're gonna have all of these hoppers, and each one of these will have a item set to it, like a filter on this side, right? Which will also detect whenever something gets transported through said filter, and that is how we get the output from the machine. And then we're also gonna have a water stream about these hoppers, and of course they're gonna filter the items that pass above, and then they will send them into this hopper chain, which will send the items back into the dropper, resetting the cycle. Oh yeah, by the way, I almost forgot to talk about this, but I do have, as you can probably hear, some new audio settings, so do let me know if they're better or worse. I'm always open to hearing feedback from that front, because I can't figure it out for the love of anything at this point. But yeah, we're gonna put a glass above this thing just to prevent the items from the dropper to not shoot out into the galaxy here. And we're gonna cover it all up nicely, and we also need a water source here. That should go all the way to the back. It doesn't, but I don't think it matters too much, because if the items get transported all the way here, then they should probably get picked up anyway, right? So that should all be good. Let's do that. And that is this machine almost done. We just need the circuit behind the dropper, and then I can in detail explain how this works. And this here should be the last thing that we need to have the base of the machine complete, and that is it. Very cool. So now we explain. So we will have 8 different items in this machine. Let's just put a piece of steak there just so we can see it working. And we're gonna have a input. So we're just gonna have this lever here for input as of right now. And the idea is that the input for this dropper will have a random tick attached to it. So maybe detecting a cactus grow can be the thing that powers the dropper, or maybe a sugarcane growing, or a hopper clock. We can really go wild on that front. So let's see it work. We're gonna have the steak here. It's gonna get released. The first hopper is going to pick it up, and then it should get transported back into this dropper and then put back into the top dropper, so it resets the whole cycle. So let's see that. Well, that's a good sign. Oh right, we need to set up the things first. We do actually have to set up the filters. I thought we didn't have to do that yet, but here we are. So let's just put, I don't know, emeralds as this, and we will put ice as the item. That is going to work. It's also gonna break the whole thing, right? Yep. Okay, now we should be able to see it work. So flick the lever, this thing gets powered, and the ice is put back into its place. And as you can see, that repeater there fires, and that is our output. And if we're gonna do another filter, so let's just, for example, put droppers as the filter item this time. I think it's 18 items with this design, yep. And we will put a dropper here. So this time the ice fired, so we got the output into that repeater. This time we got the dropper, so the second repeater fired. And it is basically just, yeah, a random input generator, or I should say random output generator, right? So we got the first one, the first one, the first one. Did I break the thing? I think I broke the thing. I fired it too fast. Oh no, wait. No, I'm just stupid, because yeah, we need the dropper to be put into the hopper below it as well. So now when we put the dropper, now we should get around a 50-50 chance of every repeater being fired, right? Yeah, first one, second one, first one. The M.O.O.D system. If you're curious what M.O.O.D stands for, I'm gonna let you figure that out, because I myself do not know. I just think that is a cool name for this machine, and the machine is also complete now. I mean, the base of it, of course, the output and the input are still missing, but there is a thing that will take way longer to make than just, you know, having a segment for it for 5 minutes in a single episode, because I actually want to have many inputs for this machine and I want to have them toggleable, right? So sometimes we want to have this thing fire multiple times or have it fire more frequently, right? Then we're gonna set up a clock that takes faster, then we can switch between different clocks, right? Like when we don't really want to be disturbed by the system, then we can just have a really slow hopper clock or something, right? And if we want this thing to fire like every 10 seconds, then we can have a super fast hopper clock set up, and then we can toggle in between and have it fire as we please. Alright, now that the M.O.O.D system is done, all we really need to do is hook up a contraption to it and see it work. So that is what I'm doing right now. So here from the output of the very first filter, we have a redstone torch tower, and not every single input will have a redstone torch tower next to it. Maybe some will have redstone lines going to different parts of the surrounding area. But the first contraption idea that I have, which is also the most basic one, but still, we're gonna have some sort of, how would you call this, a redstone firework dispenser thing? Very good explanation. It's gonna be way easier to show it off, so I'm gonna show it off instead. Gonna put this here. Where does the signal go? Here it is. There we go. So this here is a dispenser, and we're gonna put some firework rockets into it. Voice crack. My voice has been cracking a lot recently. I have no idea what's up with that, and hopefully it goes away. So where was the thing? It's here? Yep. So basically what's gonna happen is we're gonna have grass blocks over here, and it is actually currently powered. I need to switch it around, I just realized. So this is currently unpowered, and then when the system down there activates, it's gonna switch this to being powered, and then it's gonna power the dispenser. And the idea is that we will have a bunch of dispensers around here, and they will all shoot fireworks up at the same time, basically. I don't know, it just could be fun, just, you know, working on something here, exploding something, and then just a bunch of fireworks go into the air and explode. I think that will be pretty neat. Absolutely pointless, but still. And fall down, and we're gonna set the filter to orange dye. Actually no, we need a lot of it. I only brought 5. We're gonna set it to red dye for now, so put in 19. That's also gonna put 1. Well, you could hear it fire right there. Oh, okay, so I guess it worked. So did we get... No, we didn't. So now when we put another red dye in, gonna fire again, and it's also gonna put it into the dropper, and you can actually have 9 hoppers. I just decided to put in 8 just cause. This is my plan for the output. Originally was to have like 2 holes from where the redstone goes in each wall, so that is 2, 4, 6, 8, right? That's why I decided to go for 8. But we could have totally done 9 instead. But whatever, too late now. So it works, nice. We will probably put better fireworks into the dispensers as well. Those are just kind of the boring flying ones without an explosion. So yeah, we gotta get a bunch of cool fireworks to put into the dispensers. But now we gotta make at least 1 input for this thing, for this to actually be a functioning project. So we're gonna have like a hallway here, that is the idea. And that hallway is going to have a bunch of levers that we can flick, and each lever is going to activate a different clock. That is the idea. Now here I'm starting to realize that I don't actually know how you craft exploding fireworks. At least not all of the types, right? I know you can make one with a creeper face, I think. One with diamonds and one with feathers, but that is basically all of my knowledge in terms of firework production. So let's make a few of each. So normally these are small ball blue explosions, but we can change them into burst ones with feathers. So we'll make like 5 of those in blue, and we're also gonna make 8 of those in red. And then these diamonds, they make trail ones, whatever that means. So we'll make 1 red one and 2 blue ones of this type. Oh, and we can also... Oh, we can straight up... Oh no, these have double colors, that's possible? What? That is cool! Oh, that's awesome, okay. And we can also make a bunch of normal ones, which are also red and blue, so we'll make that. I didn't know you could combine colors though. That is absolutely new to me. I had no idea that that was even a possibility in the slightest. Okay. Well, that's awesome. You learn something new every day, right? Ouch. That's not a normal flying rocket. Whoops. Aha, so the first input in the mood system is actually done. As I said, normal sugarcane farm. It's gonna just pop off the sugarcane, but whenever it fires, it not only activates this piston, it also activates the mood system. So let us go up into the air and let's fill up this dispenser here. Second dispenser is set up properly, I hope. And now we will just have to play the waiting game, right? Actually, redstone dust here. Oh yeah, I wanted to move this up a block, because it cannot have 2 blocks above it, that way the fireworks will not go through the ground. So terracotta here, dispenser here. I'm putting the terracotta there just to color code it a bit, make it easier for me to figure out what it is when I find it like 10 years later. And put this in. There it goes above, and now we wait. Alright, well, there's not much more to do there at the mood system at the moment. All we can really do now is stand here and wait for the dispensers to shoot, which I don't even know where they are. And hopefully we will see that in today's episode. I kinda wanna see this thing fire. But of course it's only gonna fire when it's actually properly set up, which I don't even know if it is. I should probably double check. Okay, I think I can conclude that it should work from my double check. And let's start doing things for the Compendium Project while we wait. Might as well make use of our time instead of just walking around here aimlessly. Alright, so the Compendium Project is basically supposed to be a giant storage facility, right? And I had a pretty cool idea for storage. So these bookshelves, right? I built this bookshelf when I tried to explain the exterior decoration that we are planning to do here. So we are basically trying to put interior stuff on the outside to make it look like it's inside even though it is outside. Kind of a weird thought process I had there, but it could be cool. And I was thinking, like, maybe we could use this as storage as well. Maybe, maybe not. So we'll put one of these bookshelves right here as well, and we will try to make it work. So the idea is that we will have shulkers in it instead of bookshelves, and that way, like Spike there, that way we should be able to use this as temporary storage while we are working on this thing. We'll probably not use these once we are actually done with the project. So this is somewhat what the bookshelves look like normally, right? And the idea was that maybe we could grab some of these shulkers, we could break the bookshelves. Oops, that was not a silk touch pickaxe. And we can put them in like that. I don't know, sounds like a neat idea. I'm not sure if it's entirely a useful one though. Just something that I had in mind for a while. Let's put more shulkers in to see how it looks. Yeah, I don't think I'm a fan. I'm not really sure if I like this at all. And also, you can't open these because they have trapdoors in front of them. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna just let it sit here, I'm gonna let it sink in. Gonna think about it, how to make it better and whatnot, but I don't think we're gonna be doing that. Yeah, also looks weird when it's unloaded, because shulkers are block entities and they disappear when you enter or leave a chosen range. So yeah. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna connect up this building with the entrance with the road there. I'm gonna be looking out for the mood system fire things. Looking out for the mood system to fire. There we go, that's proper English. Yep, still no fireworks. Mildly concerning, but we're gonna roll with it now. We're gonna just believe that it works and hasn't fired yet. So I just set up the road design we figured out recently when we made the entrance, and I connected it up all the way to the ender sorter, made kinda this winding path. I think it looks pretty cool. We're gonna try to build around the terrain as well, so we're not gonna change the hills too much, we're just gonna not make them look so jagged, right? Cause a lot of creepers exploded in this plains biome, so kinda understandable that some of the hills don't look so good. But yeah, the road goes all the way around here. This might be some sort of crossroad area here, I think. That would be pretty cool. And it goes all the way to the entrance as well, and I'm slowly capturing more and more creepers. And this might get out of control relatively soon. We have to put these on like pedestals and show them off or something. Oh, come on. No! I just started recording, you can see the explosion there. I just went to check if the system is broken or not, and you can see the explosion down there, right near the grass if you look closely. Oh man, you have to be kidding me. So yeah, it kinda worked. Didn't go as high as I would like it to though. There we go. Okay, well that was unlucky with the firework there. But while I was waiting I did finish this road, so now it has a bit more brick and granite in it. It isn't so, well, dirty, I guess. I guess that is a term I can use. And it winds up all the way here, as you have seen. And I actually want to add some detail to this thing as well, so I grabbed some jungle fences here, and maybe we can run around, and on these like turns we can put some fences like this, maybe? Just to put like more weight to the turns. I don't know. Kinda coming up with new words for this stuff as we go, but maybe this could work. Maybe put some over here, some over here. Kinda just get a feel for it. Okay, and maybe we can do one right here, just for example's sake, and let's check it out from a distance. I really want to get the road design set up well for this, because if this ends up being a really big project, then swapping out all of the roads for something else will not be fun. But hey, it kind of feels good to walk around this place, no? I think it's not a bad design. Maybe we could use spruce fences instead of jungle ones, just to add more color. That is a thing we can do. It's not bad. Again, I can't decide which color to use. I don't know, the jungle looks pretty cool, no? It matches the granite, but this will add more contrast to it. Well, you guys can let me know which one you prefer. Maybe we can also try some different logs, just to add more contrast. But the jungle ones, I think they are pretty good for now. But yeah, that is going to be the end of today's episode. We got the whole mod system done, so that is kinda exciting. It's gonna still be a lot of troubleshooting, trying to figure out all of the different problems with this thing, but overall I am really excited to start working on this. Again, this is just the beginning of the system. It's gonna be a while before we figure out all of the different inputs and outputs. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!